Hello, my brothers and sisters. How is everyone? I hope you had a great Sabbath yesterday. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button right down there. I know I haven't posted in a week or so, but this is just, a lot going on. But I'm encouraged to bring this few minute snippet on something that I want to discuss regarding the abomination of the desolation as spoken by the prophet Daniel. And the reason is because we're in a season where pagan worship is at its highest level. And I just want to bring to the attention of some of my Christian brothers and sisters, Israelites scattered abroad, of what's really happening. Because this is the season where everybody gets happy, people get into the mood of giving and this and that, and there's a reason from an indoctrination of pagan worship that is behind the scenes lurking that we don't take into consideration. First of all, when we see a lot of things going on right now, people want to know when is the end going to be, what's happening, how do we know when the return of the Son of the Most High is going to be. Well, when Jesus came out of the temple in Matthew the 24th chapter, he told his disciples that when you should see the abomination of the desolation as spoken by the prophet Daniel, and standing in the holy place, you know that the end is there. Now, the holy place is Israel. It's Jerusalem. And if you watch the news and look at what's been going on, you can be able to follow and watch Bible prophecy unfold. Not only that, I had some friends that just went over to Israel. They came back and they were sharing with me all of the historical landmarks. The pool where the crippled man could not help himself in because others was always stepping in front of him, and all the other historical sites. Peter's mother's house, and it goes on and on. But they told me they noticed that right next to these landmarks, the Rome Church has started to build cathedrals. And right next to all of these historical sites, right next to it. And they had bought the land, came in, and they're building. And I found that interesting because when the scriptures tells us that when you shall see the abomination of the desolation, which is Rome. Rome is the fourth beast. When you look at Daniel and look at Nebuchadnezzar's dream and look at Daniel's dream, and you look at the World Encyclopedia of Kingdoms, Daniel was right on point. If you look at the fact that Babylon was destroyed by the Medes-Persians, the Medo-Persians, according to Daniel's prophecy in the encyclopedia, that's recorded history. Alexander the Great, which was Greece, destroyed the Medes and the Persians, and that was the third beast coming up out. The fourth beast destroyed Greece, and we know that that's Rome because Rome destroyed Greece. And so we know that under Emperor Constantine, he decided to incorporate or to mingle pagan worship with Christian worship. And so hence we have the change of the day of worship from the Sabbath to Sunday, S-U-N-D-A-Y, to mix in with those that wanted to worship the sun. And we also have a birthday of Christ that has been established of the Most High, the Son of the Most High, that's not even recorded in the scriptures. You don't find December the 25th anywhere in the scriptures. Now somebody's going to say, well, you have a birthday. Shouldn't we celebrate the Son of the Most High's birthday? If he intended for us to, then he would have gave us a date. But what he intended for us to do was to give memorial unto his death. And we know that according to the scriptures. So this is why when we observe Passover, we are recognizing Jesus' death until he comes, because that's what he wanted us to do. And it was his death that has redeemed us, that has taken away the sacrificial law. Now, his birthday is not recorded. So the question people should be asking themselves in this season is, number one, who is the abomination of the desolation? It's the wrong church. Number two, how did Christmas get into recognizing the birth of Christ? Or what does it have to do with the birth of Christ? What does the Yule log, what does the mistletoe and all of these other things that we have, what do they have to do with the birth of Christ? Why do we do it? Why do we bring in the Christmas tree? Why do we decorate it with silver and gold? What do those ornaments on the tree mean? What does Santa Claus have to do with anything? So this is important, that as followers, those who want to be followers of the Holy Scriptures, this is what you should be asking yourself. In fact, you should really ask your pastor. Ask the Bible school teacher. Say, just ask. So what does this Christmas tree have to do with the birth of Christ? Where did it come from? And see what type of answer you get. And I encourage you to read Jeremiah the 10th chapter. I heard something strange the other day when one of our members was at school. They were sharing with a quote-unquote Christian club. Everybody in this particular club has the liberty to discuss and share their religious beliefs. And she had indicated that she doesn't celebrate Christmas, and she indicated why. She told them that there was no evidence of the scriptures, and she also brought out Jeremiah the 10th chapter. But one of the students said, well, my pastor said that's a parable. Jeremiah the 10th chapter, where it says, learn not the way of the heathen, for one go into the forest and cut down a tree, and they deck it with silver and gold. That's just a parable. You see what kind of teaching and understanding that we get, because it's important that we understand what's going on. If you, and I told the class yesterday when I was teaching, that if you understand Daniel, the book of Daniel, the prophecy, if you understand Nebuchadnezzar's dream, which Daniel's vision lined up with what Nebuchadnezzar saw, because what Nebuchadnezzar saw was 4 kingdoms coming up, and his was number 1, and then there would be a second and a third and a fourth that would come right after his. What Daniel received during the years of Belshazzar, which was Nebuchadnezzar's son after he passed, he saw through a vision how and who comes right after the other. So the Most High showed him that the Medes and the Persians would destroy Babylon. He showed him that the Greeks would destroy the Medes and the Persians, which was Cyrus. And he showed another terrible beast, which Daniel did not name, but that beast would destroy Greece. And we know that Rome destroyed Greece. And we know that that beast, being the 4th beast, continues to rule the world today. And some people say, well, how did they rule the world? today? Well, the fact that the day of worship has been changed from the 7th day to the 1st day, that was under Emperor Constantine, who was under Rome. And the fact that you have a Christmas tree and you're celebrating the birthday of the allegedly birthday of the Most High, the son of the Most High, that came in from Emperor Constantine, who under the Roman Church had orders to collaborate all of the ideologies and religions and philosophies, and that's what he did. And that's how you got Easter and bunny rabbits laying eggs during the time of the recognition of the the death of Jesus. So you don't know that you're under the 4th beast, because the Bible tells us, the Holy Scripture says that, according to Daniel, that the 4th beast will not rule with the power or the might of hands. So how else do you rule people if you're not ruling them with the power of hands? You rule them here in the mind. You rule them with ideals and philosophies. So when you're going to church from the 7th day to the 1st day, and there's nowhere in the scriptures, even Jesus said, I didn't come to change the law or the prophets. Some people just don't know why they go to church on the 1st day of the week. They have no idea. It's just, well, that's what we do. I'm this faith, I'm that faith, and this is the day that this is our Sabbath. But it's not the Lord's Sabbath. So all of that to say, and taking this few minutes to talk to you, that it's important to read Daniel, know who the 4th beast is, know what the 4th beast comes to do, and know that the 4th beast right now is setting up in the holy city right now as we talk. I had some friends that just came back from Israel, and they were sharing with me of how all of the various landmarks they saw, and they were able to go back and look at the scriptures. For instance, the pool where the man that was crippled, there was nobody to lift him up inside that pool. They went through what they pointed out to be Peter's mother's house. So my point is, when they went on to tell me, they said, we noticed something. And I said, what's that? They said, next to every one of those landmarks, the Roman Church has purchased the land, and they're building cathedrals right next to these historical landmarks. Now, Daniel says, and Jesus says, when you should see the abomination of the desolation, which is the 4th beast, stand in the holy place and operate as if they are the Most High, then the end shall come. And so what I'm telling you right now is that we are in the last days. These things are taking place. Bible history, our Bible prophecy is unfolding right before our eyes. So I just wanted to share this with you, share this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And we want to say to you, have a great week. We'll be tuning in more and bringing you more videos. Be blessed.